blacks? Where are the blacks? Y'all don't think that black people deserve love in the United Kingdom? Like, isn't it enough that they gotta deal with Prince Charles? Well, now he finally got his symbol on. Is he finally king now that Mufasa done died? His mama Mufasa is Queen Lizzie. Now she up there with, well, you know, she not up there with Diana. She in hell. But bitch, is it not enough that black people in the UK gotta do they crusty ass monarchy? Y'all don't think that black people in the UK deserve to find love? Tanya, I cannot keep defending you in that tied ass wig. Tanya, mwen pa kapab ap defend nou avec vieux perruque sa kap chita sou mou da tête ou, mba kapab. Mba ka fè li, epi mba fout fè li. During Black Women's History Lace Front Wig Month. Hey y'all, it's your sister. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. I'm giving y'all a different angle. This is my bedroom. Nothing really special about it. You know, I've had people sometimes ask me to give like a tour of my apartment and shit. Girl, this is not giving. It's not giving that. I'm very much like, I'm not like the Jackie Aina girls that have like the apartment aesthetic and all that. Like, I'm just really, really regular. And so that's why I've never really done that. So, but child, this is my bed, which I need to make. Actually, did I make my bed? Lord have mercy. But yeah, child, this is my bed. This is why I sleep at night. You know what I'm saying? This is where my last Zozo appointment was, which remind me to tell y'all about that. It was, oh my God. But anyway, y'all, it's Black Women's History, Michelle Obama month. You know, I'm back with another video. I wanted to talk about Love Island UK, okay? And I really should have started making a video about this like at least like a month ago, because that's when I started watching it. It popped up on my Hulu and I just started watching it. And I guess like on Hulu, they upload the episodes like a week later than like as soon as they are appearing in the UK. So if you're in America like me and you're watching Love Island UK, we're getting it at least like 5 days later than the original air date. So anyway, y'all, I want to talk about Love Island UK for so many reasons, but this video is gonna mostly focus on Tanya, Shaq, Tanya's wig, Shaq, Tanya's wig, Tanya and Martin and Shaq. Child, we're gonna talk about all that. But first of all, I want to ask this question. Where are the black people? Are there not any black people who live in the UK? Like, where are the blacks? Does the UK not have any Negroes? Are there not any niggas in the UK? Like, where are the blacks? Where are the blacks? I'm struggling here to understand why I'm not seeing that many black people on Love Island UK, okay? So for those of you guys who don't watch the show, let's go through this cast list, okay? Love Island, basically, it is like, it's a dating show where everybody lives in this house, right? They live in this villa, and every week there are certain challenges that happen as people start to form couples, and like, every week there are challenges that give somebody the power to either kick a couple out or kick a person out, or sometimes the public can vote on who they want out of the house, you know, and then like every now and then they'll throw bombshells in there, like, and the bombshells are new people. So then that can cause like shakeups in original couples, basically. It's honestly, I think that Love Island is my favorite dating show. I think like the concept is really, really good. I just think that the casting and the obvious exclusion of black people and other minorities is intentional. Like, it's like, can y'all please get casting people that know how to cast minorities, and not just throwing a token black person in there or a token black, you know, or like, but people who are intentional about, let's vet this black person, you know what I mean? Like, let's get a black person in there, 100% black. It doesn't always have to be somebody who's multicultural. Like, it can be somebody who's 100% black. And I don't know. It's just like, I can't believe it's 2023. And I can't believe I'm still like, we're having these conversations when it comes to these shows. Okay, so now I have, I found a site that will give me more of the cast members, including like the bombshells. We have, who is this girl? She was a bombshell. We have Rosie, who's white. We have Keenan, who is also a bombshell, who's white. We have Layla. I believe she might be Middle Eastern. I believe. Sammy, who's white. We have Cynthia, who's black. She was a bombshell who didn't last long in the house. We have Sanam, who I believe is Trinidadian. We have Lydia, white. We have Linda, who was also a bombshell. She was in Casa Amor. She wasn't there long, but she's black. We have Kane, white. We have Ryan, white. We have Frankie, white. We have Maxwell, Samuda. I believe he's either Middle Eastern also, or he's not white. He's not white. So, but I'm sorry if I'm offending anybody. I'm not trying to. I believe he's Indian. We have Bailey, white. We have Martin, black. We have Claudia, white. We have Casey, white. We have Jordan, black. He wasn't there for long either. Martin wasn't there for long either. Do you guys notice a trend with the black people that I'm mentioning? They're only there for like 2-3 days. Like, they don't even make it past a week. We have Sammy, white. We have Ellie, white. Spencer, white. Aaron, white. Jessie, white. Zara. Nah, Zara. I thought my sister was white. Like, I thought she was white with just like a tan, but it wasn't until she was kicked off the show, and I think in an after show we saw her parents, and I believe her mom's white, her dad is black. And I was like, oh, okay, so that makes sense. But black. We have David, black. He wasn't in there for long. Tom, white. We have Harris, white. Olivia, white. I already said that. Shaq, black. Tanya, white. Will, white. Anna, white. Ron, white. Lana, white. Kai, white. Tanya, black. Talked about Tanya already. Okay. Did you guys notice how many times I said black versus white? Black people deserve better than that. Okay? Where are the blacks? Where are the blacks? Where are the blacks? Where are the blacks? Please. Okay. Tanya, girl, it ain't enough gots to be glue out here to keep me off your ass. Like, girl, we need to have a talk. Like, girl, I cannot keep defending you. Okay, so let's talk about it. Obviously, I've gone through the list of cast members in the house, and obviously there's a scarcity of black people. To be quite honest, the most consistent cast members of blacks have been Shaq and Tanya. Zara, I think, would be the second person, who would be the third black, well, she ain't fully black, but you know, she like Meghan Markle black. But she would be the third blackest person to be in the house, you know, aside from them. And she wasn't there for too long. I believe I saw her on my screen for like 2 weeks, you know, 3 weeks maybe at the most, but she wasn't there for long. And so then you have Martin, and I believe that there was that other black guy who was in there for like 2 minutes. He wasn't in there for long, but let's talk about Martin. So how do we get to Martin, right? This is what I don't like about Tanya. First of all, since she's been in the house, her and Shaq gravitated towards each other. They were the only black people in the house. I really feel that casting did a disservice to both of them, because we never saw anybody come into the house and really have any eyes for Shaq. It wasn't until movie night that Tanya herself saw that he and Zara had one moment where they flirted, and it really wasn't even a lot of that. It was just like, hey, okay, so you go, oh, hey. It was really one of those things. It wasn't a lot. So we never saw anybody come into the house and say, ooh, I'm going for Shaq. So they weren't casting black women, and they weren't casting non-black women who would be interested in someone who looked like Shaq. So I think that casting, again, needs to be mindful of that. Now, let's talk about Tanya. Here's my thing with Tanya. Again, with Tanya too, they didn't cast a lot of black men. There was only one original cast member who was black, who was a black guy, which is Shaq. And the other two black guys were just sprinkled in there. And I feel like the first black guy, honestly, to me, what was his name again? He just, let me see, where is this guy? Okay, David. Okay, so this was David. I just felt like he wasn't it. Like, here's my thing, right? So I believe when David came in, he had a date with Tanya, okay? And they go into the house, and although at the date, he made it seem like he was gonna check for Tanya, when he got into the house, he immediately was checking for all the other girls who were not black, right? But much to his demise, none of your preferences preferred you. None of these non-black girls were checking for you, okay? Now, here was, I believe there was another black guy who's actually, I think I found out post-show that him and Zara are now dating, but it was Jordan. Baby Jordan was fine. Jordan was fine as hell. And I believe that by the time Jordan joined, you know, Tanya and Shaq were solid. And like, he went on a couple dates with people, but none of the girls were checking for him. None of these girls preferred black men. They just didn't. And honestly, Jordan was really, really beautiful. He came in, he was 6'4", tall guy. Like, he was gorgeous. He spoke well educated, and still none of them was checking for him because he black, okay? And so y'all are not casting people who want black men or black women. And I'm not just necessarily just asking that you cast more black people, even though you should, but during the vetting process, are you asking these people if they like black people? And something is telling me that y'all not asking them that. Something is really telling me that y'all not asking them that. Like, are you guys casting people who like black people? Now, I like the moment with Casey where when they had the whole Casa Amor, and you know, the girls went into this casa and the guys were separated from the girls, and they brought bombshells in. Cynthia was a hit with Casey, but it just seemed like all Casey wanted to do really was ring her bell, baby. Ring her bell. And when I'm talking about her bell, baby, I ain't talking about the bells on the door, child. I'm talking about the clitoris bell, okay? He was trying to ring her clitoris, okay? But other than that, again, y'all are not casting people, I think, who really are interested in black people. And so anyway, Shaq and Tanya, they're solid from really, really early days. And they get to the point where they go and have that one night, they get one night only. They get one night in that couple's room that people get to go to, and people in the villa get to vote like what couple's gonna go, and they all voted Tanya and Shaq to go because they were the strongest couple. They tell each other that they love each other. They have sex, okay? They have the sex, okay? Yo konyen, okay? They have a zozo appointment. The zozo goes in, you know what I'm saying? They do the whole thing. They go the whole 9 yards, right? Everything is great. But Tanya starts catching an attitude with Shaq because Shaq caught an attitude with Ron. So there was this incident where the guys had cooked for the girls and everybody is cleaning up afterwards but Ron. And so Shaq is like, yo, Ron, like, we're not your servants. Come in here and help us clean. And Ron is like shooing him off so he can go talk to Lana. He's like, shooing him off. Shaq leaves the kitchen, comes and tells Ron in a non-aggressive manner, hey, bro, we're not your servants, bro. Come on. Come help us clean. Where everybody's cleaning, you need to be cleaning too. And I guess that didn't sit right with Ron and Lana and his girlfriend. And so now they're talking about it and Lana's there and they're basically telling Lana like, yeah, like it's just the way he did it. It was really like aggressive. And I'm just like watching Lana eat this up. But as a viewer, I'm watching it. I'm like, bro, this is like low-key racist. Like actually, it's racism. Because Shaq didn't say anything to Ron that none of the other guys were saying. He just had the balls not to say it behind his back and say it to his face. Hey, yo, bro, come help us clean, bro. We're not all your servants. Come help us clean. And that whole thing makes Lana catch an attitude with Shaq. So now Shaq comes over and, no, I think there was a conversation about it the next day. And now Lana, who's Ron's girlfriend, white lady, her and Tanya are talking about it. And Lana's like echoing what Ron was saying. It just wasn't cool for him to come tell Ron to come clean up. Like, you know, like who is he to tell Ron to come clean up? And Tanya's like, yeah, I don't like the way he did that. And so then Shaq comes over and now you have Lana telling Shaq how aggressive he was. And Tanya is echoing what she's saying. And I'm sorry, like, I'm just watching this and I'm like, girl, Tanya, what the fuck are you doing? What the fuck are you? First of all, take the race card out of it. If my man steps to another man about anything, that's between my man and that man. Me and you really don't have much to talk about it unless it's really like a serious matter. But you not gonna come check my man to me. What my man said to your man is what he said. Point blank, period. So if you got a problem with that, you need to be talking to your man. Because see, while they going into it. But if you come and you check me about my man, baby, this gonna turn into checkers, okay? Because now we're gonna be checking each other, okay? You're not gonna check me about my man checking your man. But now let's add the race factor into it. Shaq is the only black guy in the room, in the house. And so I don't like how they easily placed the aggressive word on Shaq. And all Shaq did was tell this white man during Black Women's Martin Luther King month, because this was back in February, yo, slavery is over, bitch. I'm not your mammy. Come and clean the fuck up, okay? Like, I'm not your servant, as he should. He said nothing wrong. And so because of that, now you had like Shaq basically pulling Tanya to the side, like, yo, like, it's one thing for you to check me about something I do in this house. Like, I'm open to that. But the fact that you and Lana, like, were double teaming me, like, you're supposed to be my girl. Like, I need you to have my back in these instances. And I am definitely team Shaq on that. Like, please, y'all, whether you've watched this or not, have you ever been in a situation where your mate is having it out with one of their friends of their sex and that person's mate comes to you and tries to check you about your mate? What is going to be your answer? Because for me, it's always going to be what my man said is what my man said. Point blank, period. Now, I might check my man behind closed doors. If it's something that's really, really detrimental, I might check him. You know what I mean? I might, but when I check him, it's going to be behind closed doors. In front of everybody, we're going to be a united front. We are a united front. And I'm sorry, Tanya, I feel like you were very tone deaf in that. You were tone deaf in not having Shaq's back, but also, bitch, y'all are the only black people in the house. And they are calling your black man aggressive for telling this man that he is not gonna clean up after him. I'm sorry. You was dead ass wrong for not standing beside your man. You supposed to stand by your man. My man said what he said, point blank, period. I'm sorry, Whitey. Don't come to me. I'm sorry. Okay? Don't be coming to me trying to check my black man. I'm sorry. It gives racism. It really does. It was very racist. That's my opinion. So now they're having this fallout about this, and Tanya's like, oh, I'm starting to see things in Shaq that I just don't like. I'm starting to see, it's starting to remind me of my ex. Girl, what? You don't like the fact that this man stood up for himself to this white guy? And again, let's take the race. Let's take the race out of it. You don't like the fact that your man told this other grown-ass man to clean up after himself because he is not his servant? That is what's making you question your relationship with this man who done told you he loved you, who done been faithful to you, loyal to you in the house? This is what deters you from this man? Come on. So coincidentally, as Tanya and Shaq are on the outs, now they're sending the couples, they're splitting the couples. So the guys stay at the villa, the girls go to Casa Amor. Girls are sent to the villa, guys are sent to Casa Amor. And so Martin meets Tanya. Tanya meets Martin in Casa Amor. Now I ain't gonna hold y'all, Martin is fine. Martin is fine. I think Shaq is attractive too, but Martin is fine. Like, this man is very, very good looking. He had a little bit of swag about himself. And, you know, he was the only black guy. And so obviously he was there for Tanya, which again, I feel like there's low-key racism in that. And sidebar, I really feel like Tanya may have had eyes for other guys in the villa, but no other guy ever expressed their interest in her. Other than, if you watch the show, whenever they would have games where they kiss, the guys always wanted to kiss Tanya. They always wanted to lay hands on her, kiss her. I don't know if that was fetishizing, or I don't know if it was literally like they really were interested in her, and maybe they didn't want to step on Shaq's toes. You know what I mean? But I really feel like Tanya did not get a fair chance to have more options, and the same thing for Shaq. Because I feel like if they would have had more options, most likely they would not have picked each other. So now you have them in Casa, you have Tanya in Casa Amor. Keep in mind, again, she done did the sex with Shaq back home. She done professed her love. He done professed his love for her. They done made it official, baby. Like, they together. They are a couple, right? Now she in Casa Amor and she all up in Martin's face. Now here's the thing for me. Her and Martin, yeah, there was a lot of like, honestly, yeah, there was chemistry there, but to me it wasn't like relationship chemistry. It was come fuck me chemistry. It wasn't given what I think she thought it was given, anyway, I felt like, listen, none of the girls were biting Martin, and Tanya was the only girl giving him any action, so he did what he had to do. But to be honest, I feel like if there were other options, I don't think that Martin would have went for Tanya. Just keeping it a buck. But anyway, they in Casa Amor. They are all up on each other like white on rice. Tanya is telling Martin a whole bunch about Shaq, and what I liked about Martin from the jump, he was telling me, girl, listen, like, I'm not trying to hear about you and your nigga. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, yes, like, I'm not trying to be a shoulder you could cry on. I'm trying to be a dick you could climb on. Let's keep it a buck. I'm not here to hear about nothing about you and your nigga at all. I do not care. You know what I mean? But they passed that, they would hug up, they would make out, you know what I mean? And she chose him to go back into the villa. Meanwhile, Martin never really gave her anything substantial. He never expressed that he wanted a relationship, nothing like that. They were in there for a couple days. He never expressed that he wanted something serious out of the equation. So she takes him back to the villa, and when she gets back to the villa, of course Shaq is there. You know, some people decided to recouple. Shaq was a person that did not decide to be recouple. So he was single. And he like literally cries. This nigga cries and it's like, I'm never gonna forgive you. I'm never gonna fuck with her again. I'm never gonna forgive her. Like, and she's there with her man. You know what I'm saying? Like, with her man. And I thought that was, yo, it was crazy to me because here's the thing. Let's all keep it 100. Tanya did that shit to Shaq because she knew Shaq wasn't gonna go nowhere. That's the thing. Like, sometimes think about in your relationships, or even in your relationship now, when your partner has done certain things, it's because your partner, honestly, in their mind, you're not going nowhere. So they can play in your face. Because in their mind, you're not going nowhere. Whole time, if you're like me, baby, I will drop you like a bomb. Like, literally, I've always been that way. Bye. See ya. And I'm not doing that necessarily because there's somebody else out there, but I'm doing that because I'm the somebody else. I'm the somebody else. And you just can't play in my fucking face. Tanya did that shit because she knew Shaq didn't have no other options. She really knew that. She knew Martin didn't have no other options. And so she was playing in both their face. So now she's in the villa and she's not hugged up on Martin like they were in the villa. She not shoo-shoo-shooing with him like they were in Casa Amor. Now it's like, she's like giving Martin the cold shoulder. Martin is like, girl, what's going on? Like, tell me what's up. Like, cause I feel like something's changed with you. When we were in Casa Amor, you were all up on me. You were more flirty. Now we're here in the villa and like you're being cold. And the thing is, Tanya thought she was gonna bring Martin into the villa and start frolicking and carrying on. And that wasn't the case. Shaq told you to fuck off, right? And so anyway, Shaq also realizing further down the line that he ain't got no options. You know, he convinced himself he's madly in love with Tanya and he's gonna make things out with her because, yeah, what other option do you have? Let's keep it a buck. These producers haven't provided you with anybody. She's your only choice in here. So, of course, you know what I'm saying? But I really feel if they were outside, this girl literally cheated on you. She cheated on you. And then my thing with Tanya, she gets back into the house, right? And she makes it seem like her and Martin didn't do nothing when they were in Casa Amor. So now we fast forward to movie night. Movie night, now these messy ass producers are showing footage from Casa Amor. And what was the footage with Tanya? It was her and Martin making out. Nah. Are y'all watching Love Island UK? Tanya, girl, I cannot defend you no more. Or your wig. I can't.
Oh no.
Bitch. Not in 4K.
Just a peck, yeah? He went to kiss you.
Come on, Shaq.
Is that what we're doing? We're lying now.
We kissed. I didn't say it was just a peck.
You said that Martin kissed you and it was a quick one.
No, Martin did kiss me, but I didn't say
one.
it was just a peck. I said it was a quick
So
kiss.
Bitch, look at Martin.
I said it was a quick
So
kiss.
is that what you're doing?
That's what I said. It was a quick kiss.
Why am I not hearing about this before?
Baby, it was exactly what I said.
No, it's not exactly what you
No,
said.
it was. Baby, it was exactly what I said.
No, it's not exactly what you
No,
said.
it was. If you're
No,
looking
it
for something
wasn't.
to be angry
So you
about,
think-
honestly,
so you think-
this is not it.
Okay.
This is
Alright.
not it.
Yo.
So it's super delicious.
And I give you time to think about what you just saw
I know
because it
exactly
wasn't.
what
No.
I
said exactly what
Alright,
happened.
Yeah. Interesting.
That's
I
fine.
knew you was looking nervous for a reason.
Yup.
Excuse me, what did you say?
I knew you was looking nervous for
I'm
a
not
reason.
nervous, honey.
Okay,
I'm
so
not
you think
nervous.
that's alright? So if I did that, it's fine.
I told you exactly what I
Yo,
said.
this girl's embarrassing.
No, you
If
didn't.
no,
you
but
didn't.
you was already looking for something to be angry about when you wasn't smiling at me before.
Making out. Mind you, she told Shaq that it was never nothing serious like that. Never nothing serious like that. Also, mind you too, they show this footage after, I think the night before, in the middle of the night, Tanya woke up from her bed with Martin, went to go find Shaq, and went to kiss Shaq in the middle of the night. Right? And so now, Shaq is watching this, and he's like, yo, like, you're a fucking liar. Martin is watching it, like, I've been told you this bitch is a lie. Like, I've been told you, like, she had me thinking that she was really, really interested in me. When, to be honest, you never were interested in Martin. You just used Martin to piss and to test Shaq off. for why? Like, what was your end game? And so now we fast forward to, there was, I think there was like a game night or something like that. And Tanya gets up in front of the entire group and tells the group that the night before she went and she kissed Shaq in the middle of the night because she loves him. I love you. I don't want to be with anybody else but you. I'm choosing you. And Shaq accepts her apology and kisses her. But then this pisses Martin off because Martin is like, yo, I've been asking you over and over and over again. Like, I've asked you over and over and over again, like, where you stand, and you do this to me. You do this to me. And you don't even have the decency to tell me that you made out with this man, you know, behind my back to just me. No, you say it in front of the group and you embarrass me. Like, it just was crazy. Oh, and I actually think movie night was after that. Because after that, Martin was fucking done with her. And so, fast forward, they have elimination. Nobody couples up with Martin. Martin is out of the house. And to be honest, I really feel like that was so fucked up because Martin didn't really get a real chance in the house. Again, like, I think that just the black people that come into this show don't really get many options. But then also, what Tanya did was so fucked up. And again, like at the movie night, it was crazy to watch her start yelling at Shaq from across the table. Oh, so you were flirting with Zara? And he's like, bitch, not you that went all the way to Casa Amor and was tonsil wrestling with Martin. Meanwhile, you told me that you guys never kissed each other. You told me that he kissed you and it was a peck. But you never told me that y'all was in there making out, tonguing each other down. I'm talking about this man knew what your esophagus tasted like, and you got the audacity to be mad at me for just flirting with Zara? Are you okay? Are you fucking okay? Be for real. Be fucking for real. See, the thing is, Tanya, she can't be for real because look at that fucking lace. Look at that lace. Look at the lace on that wig. Look at the lace on that wig. Look at the lace on that wig. Look at the lace. Let's take a look at the lace. She can't be for fucking for real. She can't be for fucking for real. Justice for Shaq. Girl, I cannot keep defending you. If you do some other shit, I cannot defend you, sister. Sister, I cannot keep defending you. I cannot keep defending you, sis. You were out of line. You were out of line. Let me know what you guys think about the whole trio with Shaq, Tanya, and Martin. By the way, I'm at the point in the show where Olivia got voted off. Thank God. Was I the only one who could not stand this bitch here?
Olivia and that's
Yes! Yes! I'm so happy to see her ass leave. She's so damn annoying. She the reason why Zara gone. She the reason for so much of this mess. She the reason everybody got on Jessie ass right now. Girl gone. Bye, girl. Bye, girl.
I could not stand her. Like, is it me or she's a villain? Like, she's been a villain the entire time. I really think she was the reason why Zara and Tom didn't work out. Every opportunity she got to fuck their connection up, she did that. And I feel like it was racist the way she would try to picture Zara as someone aggressive when she was the one who kept coming at Zara every 5 minutes. And so it was really, really good to see her get voted off. I think the fans grew tired of her. All she did in the house was cause drama. Like, literally, all she did was cause drama. With Kai, Tom, like, even with this last connection, like, girl, you don't like that poodle face nigga. Girl, you do not like this man at all. This man was just somebody that you could get because none of the other guys were checking for you. So I was so happy for this moment right here to see her ass get kicked the fuck off. Oh my God, the ancestors did what they need to get. And honestly, I really want you white girls to stop getting lips from the motherland. Stop buying motherland lips, please. Cause y'all are looking like her. That top lip that does the duckwing the duckwing duck thing. Y'all are walking around with that flip lip. That shit is ugly. Please, 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 please. If you are going to buy features, buy Anglo-Saxon features. Cause y'all look stupid. You just look dumb. You look stupid. So anyway, y'all, let me know your thoughts on Love Island UK. Let me know if you want me to keep reviewing the show. I think like the show is almost done. Let me know if you want me to review the show. I am actually going to do another review, and it's going to be on Queen's Court with Tamar, Olivia, and Evelyn Lozada. I think I have like 2 more episodes, but I think I have enough thoughts to review the show. So let me know if you guys want me to do that. As always, subscribe, like, share this video, and I'll talk to you guys in the next one.